Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous lesson, we already learned what is NumPy, why we use it, and how to create our first array. We also learned some basic operations like finding average, maximum, minimum, and total of an array. And today we are going to learn something much more important. Did you know that almost every machine learning dataset is stored in the form of rows and columns? Whether it's a student marks dataset or house price dataset or customer dataset or even medical records, almost every dataset looks like a table. And today's goal is to understand how NumPy stores this table and how machine learning algorithms read it. Imagine, I want you to imagine that you are working as a data scientist in a school. The principal gives you the following data. Like here, see, here, take a moment and look at this table. Okay, can you identify? Can you identify two things here? First one, how many students are there here? One, two, three. Right. Second one, how many subjects are there here? One, two, three, right? Now imagine instead of three students, we have 3 lakh students. Would you manually count the rows? Of course not. That's exactly why NumPy provides properties like shape, size, and dimensions. This helps us understanding our data instantly. Now let us understand in a brief way. Okay. Now, what is 1D array? So, sorry, what is a 2D array? Until now, we worked with arrays like single line in a single line. This is called a 1D array because all the values arranged in a single line, right? That's why it is called 1D array. Now, what is 2D array? Now, let us create something that looks like our school table. Okay, like this. We are importing the NumPy library here. We use NP as a shortcut because writing numpy every time becomes lengthy. Okay, that's why we are creating a numpy array. Notice something interesting here. Last class our array had only single list. Now we have multiple list here. One, two, three, right? Each small list represents one student. Let us understand this carefully. First student 85, 90, 88. Second student 70, 82, 91. Third student 92, 87, 80. Right? So instead of storing one row, we are storing multiple rows. That's why this is called two-dimensional array or simply a 2D array. Okay? At first glance, this may look confusing, but if you compare it with our tables, you'll notice that you are exactly the same. Okay. NumPy simply removes the table borders, right? Now understanding the shape here. What is a shape? Suppose I will ask some question. How many rows are there here? And how many columns are there here? Instead of counting manually, NumPy gives you us properties called shape. Here print student dot shape. It gives 3 comma 3, right? Many beginners see 3 comma 3 and move on without understanding it. But let's break it down. The first number represents the rows and the second number represents the number of columns. So 3 rows, 3 columns. Okay. Now, uh, now if you see 5 comma 2, it means 5 rows and 2 columns. Okay. Now understand the n dimension. It means how many dimension does this array have, right? Here why 2? Because our data has rows and columns. Together they form 2 dimensions, right? That's why we get 2 here. Understanding the size here. Suppose I ask how many values exist in this data set. Instead of counting, NumPy tells us directly like this. Print student dot size. It will give 9. Why 9? Because there are 3 rows and 3 columns. And total we have 9 values. How? 3 into 3? 9. One check here. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9. Now understanding the data type. What? Understanding the data type. Now suppose we ask NumPy what type of data you are storing. It will reply that is int because these are all integers, right? That's why the data type is integer. See here I already made some project for you, some mini project. It's a mini project, not a final project. What? Yes, this is the mini project. This is the one of the most important concepts in the machine learning. Okay. For example, imagine you are building a house price prediction model. Your data set contains size, bedroom size, price. Suppose your data set has 1,000 house and 3 columns. The shape becomes 1,000 columns and 3 rows, right? 3 rows, sorry, 1,000 columns and 3 rows, right? That's the shape is. Now here it's the mini shape, mini project, right? Let us print. It is already print here. Here, this is the data set, and here it is the shape 4 comma 3. What are these? 4 rows and 3 columns. Dimensions. How it came dimensions? Because rows and columns together are 2 dimensions. Okay, total values. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 into 3, 12. Right? Data type. These are all integers, right? That's why we got data type integer. Okay. I hope you understand. See, in the next video, we will discuss in the brief way. Okay. In the next lesson, we are going to learn how to access any value inside a NumPy array using indexing and slicing. Okay. I hope you understand. In the next video, we will meet. Okay. You just some support to me and encourage me. Thank you.